for that. That was really entertaining. So next up, we're going to have Revenant Saga by rinimt. So that should be fun. And it should be ready really soon.
Hello! I think I'm here. Yeah, this is Revenant Saga, made by Bad Game-a-thon. First thing I want to do before I actually start the run, make sure my splits are working. So I don't pull a Bursencha. It's not actually RPG Maker, it is Unity. So, anyways, first thing I want to do is turn off battle effects and battle shortcut. That'll be important, and I can do it here. So, hello. Let us go ahead and begin. I'm gonna show off the intro because I haven't actually watched it a bit. And we'll see how this goes. Yeah, this is Revenant Saga. I believe it's on every major console. PS4, Switch, Xbox One, mobile. It is a mobile port. So it is very special. So basically, yeah, there's a plague that's taking over the land, and well, there's also these revenants that are killing people. Should I remember that intro being longer? Alright. This is our protagonist. This is Albert. He lost his parents to the plague. And this is his childhood friend, Anna. He was about to lose her parents to the plague. Spoilers. Yeah, Albert's been in mourning about losing his parents, and yeah. But yeah, it does look like RPG Maker, but it is definitely made in Unity. So there's these things called Valkyries that can actually kill the revenants that are plaguing the land, and turns out Anna has had a vision to become a Valkyrie. Yeah, she just found out her parents had the plague. And just to make sure you know where you're going, they show you where Anna's house is. You actually pay attention here so I don't get the tutorial, because one thing in this game is that it really likes to default to the option you don't want to choose. Yeah. So this is a doctor who shows up and is like, I can cure the plague. Just, you know, come talk to me if you want my help for curing this plague. Because he's totally trustworthy. Not just random doctor showing up. Completely trustworthy. Now we're like leaving Anna alone and going back out of her house, and well, people are leaving because they don't want to be in a town where people have the plague, because it's very contagious. Now we need to go tell Anna, is like, hey, you need to get away from your parents, you're gonna get the plague. It turns out she doesn't care. She wants to be by her parents' side, which is understandable. You know, she would probably die. But Albert has this brilliant idea of, let's go talk to that completely trustworthy doctor who said, you know, I can deal with the plague. So let's go ahead and go do that. So, yeah, one thing you'll notice with this game is important characters will always have their clothes blowing in the wind. NPCs are always walking in place. It's a very important distinction. Alright, so we agreed to go do testing with this completely trustworthy doctor, but of course we can't tell anyone that we're doing it because if we tell someone, they might come shut down his operation. But now we find out the town's trying to kick Anna out of town since, again, highly contagious plague. So Albert says, yeah, I'll go do something about it, and give me till tomorrow. I'll be back tomorrow, and, you know, don't take Anna out of town. Now, before I leave, I want to talk to this random NPC down here, because he's going to give me a couple items that I will want for later in the run. I have to be careful about talking with him. So I'm out on the world map. I want to try and get an encounter, because I want one experience at this point. Very important I get that one experience. And that was your action for the next, like, 4 minutes. So anyways, back in town, these people, important people, show up and are like, we heard someone had a vision here, speaking about Anna, but it turns out they've already run her out of town. She's gone. But they mention that completely trustworthy doctor, and he gets suspicious, so he heads up to investigate and, you know, probably shut down the operation. Now, we have to wait here. And, you know, until it's our turn for the testing. The game does not have microtransactions. Now, we're just waiting our turn. Albert really likes to talk to himself, though. Now we find out it's our turn, and he is going to put us in these pods. Because, of course, trustworthy. And guy on to the left is actually named Guy to the Left right now. You know, he's to Albert's right, because he's on our left. I guess they said he is on the left. Makes sense. Yeah. So, we hear Anna. Turns out she's here with these experiments. And completely trustworthy doctor says, don't worry, it'll all be over soon. And they're both kind of starting to freak out because, well, turns out this isn't very trustworthy at all. But don't worry, the people from the town showed up to put a stop to this. But of course, it's gonna lead to more bad things. Trusted you, yes. The one thing this game likes to do occasionally is auto-scroll text. So it does give me a nice break from the mashing, though. So I won't completely complain. Wish I could skip it. it's just community shoveler. Anyways, now sometime later, we just pop out of the ground completely clean. So I guess we're a zombie with like clothes that never get dirty or something. Now we need to go back to where we were. Thankfully, is not that far away. And for somewhere that was supposed to have been destroyed, it looks pretty intact. Yeah, this game only has like 7 or 8 tracks in it. Anyways, this is our next battle. I'm going to be using auto battle a lot during the run, mainly for regular encounters, just because it speeds up all the animations. So it is very preferable in terms of killing. So he realizes he's part Revenant, and there's a voice inside his head to, you know, feed the fact he likes to talk to himself a lot. And he's like, yeah, I'm gonna go get my revenge for Anna because, you know, the doctor killed her and now he wants to kill the doctor. I sit in the bear with my potato sword, yes. And again, more auto-scroll text. So, following in typical RPG logic, we're gonna have a time jump of 2 years here, where supposedly Albert was traveling the land, trying to, you know, find a doctor and all that. But typical RPG logic, he doesn't level up at all. Still gonna be a level 1 with 2 experience. Anyways, once he's done talking to himself, I need to head for the inn. And like I said, NPCs who walk in place are not important, but those who have their clothes blowing in the wind are actually important. Anyways, this guy was trying to walk out. Turns out he's a Revenant. So of course, you know, we're gonna kill him. But we don't want to do it in here because, you know, that'd be bad. Make a mess of the inn. So we'll just do it right outside the door. That's fine. So this one's actually going to take more rounds, so we get to turn off, but it's fine. And that fight is why I wanted that one experience at the start, because I am now level 2. And since I don't look, I pretty much always get that fight anyway, so. So now she's gonna say, hey, thanks for killing that Revenant, and offer to buy us a meal. And also she's from the Order, which, you know, he doesn't want to deal with because they kill Revenants, and him being half Revenant, that would be bad. But yeah, so she's gonna buy him a meal, but it's gonna quickly learn that's not a smart thing to do. Because he can eat and eat. And apparently this inn only had enough food for 8 full-course meals. Which I guess is fine if they don't get a lot of customers. So now, to make up for the fact that, you know, he just ate 8 full-course meals, she's gonna drag him along to the Order to get their next mission. One thing about this game is they really do talk a lot, and I figure you could probably take about 75% of the text out of this game and still have the exact same story. gonna go ahead and head over to the building over here. It's about one of the only places in the game you can actually walk between trees like that. Most of the areas they actually have them blocked off. You can't do that. So thankfully they do give us some money, which I will put to good use. Buy just a few items, because it's really not that much money. But it's enough to get by for now. Alright. So we need to head to this mountain, because apparently they have some people who have been kidnapped there. Well, we need to go rescue them. Oh yes, this game is also on Steam. So I want to head into the item shop. And no, I don't want to buy potions. I want to buy 3 escape feathers. And there goes all my money I just got. So I need to make sure I pay attention here, because there's another tutorial coming up, and if I don't skip this one, it's pretty lengthy. So once Esther, our new character, walks to his left, I need to start watching for the tutorial. Because again, they really like to make sure you're on the option that you don't want to choose. Nice, I got no encounters there. I have these little camping scenes because I guess they deem them necessary? I don't know. It is handy because, well, it means I don't have to deal with encounters for a little bit. It turns out she's had the stuff so that she could become a Valkyrie, but she's not a Valkyrie quite yet. She's just trying to become one. So one thing I really need to make sure I watch out for is after cutscenes, the movement likes to lock up into only 4-way instead of 8-way. And the only way I found to get out of it is to make sure I just walk in one of the 4-way directions instead of trying to go right for going 8-way. It's usually fine in most situations if that's the next movement I want to do, but there's definitely some places I need to watch it. So I introduced jumping off the cliffs here. Like many mechanics they introduced in this game, it's only used in about 2 dungeons. So I want to go ahead and get to level 3 here, just mainly for safety on the next boss. I should be able to do it at 2, but I just would rather be safe. Alright, one more battle should do it, and then I can just start running. So they also introduced spikes. Again, only used in a few dungeons, I think 3 dungeons? I really don't want to jump off that cliff. Actually. Alright, that's level 3, so now I can just start running from all encounters. The movement is kind of awkward. I usually use the D-pad, mainly because the analog stick is just not accurate enough. So again, they're introducing another thing here. This one's actually used a little bit more, but I only actually go for one hidden path, because most of them don't have useful items for me. You also have healing points here. If you read the tutorial for this game, like not the one that they force on you, but the other tutorials, they actually tell you about those healing circles, that they're only available in normal and hard difficulties. However, they're actually only available in easy. Because why not? Anyways, you might recognize this guy as Guy to the left. He does actually have a name. Because he has clothes blowing in the wind, he is important. This is our first boss. I want to start off by using Flame Shot on the first one. Then Esther wants to just do a regular attack, and Albert wants to use Heavy Slash. Now I've inputted those commands. They have a sort of memory thing where I can just hit square and it remembers the last action I did. So those two take care of the first one, and Bruno started on the second one with Flame Shot. And after the second Flame Shot, I can just have Esther do a regular attack, and that's the end of that fight. Yes, the combat is 3D, whereas the regular map is RPG Maker. Why not clash the two styles? So the thing about these two is they like to get into arguments a lot, and Esther tries to have them make up, and yeah, they keep doing it. Because again, like, yeah, they just add more dialogue in. During that fight, Bruno was doing some real damage, but turns out he doesn't actually have a weapon on. So I need to go and pick up this chest up here, as well as this other chest, to get some poison ore, and now it's time to escape Feather out of here. So anyways, meanwhile, we check in on the doctor in a certain laboratory. So again, I have to watch the movement right there, just so I don't start trying to walk in only 4 directions instead of proper movement. I don't know what caused it. It's probably some weird leftover thing from the mobile port when they brought it to console. Anyways, should be a scene right there. Of course, I got an encounter right before it. So the laying down animation in this game is, you know, literally just the character on its side. It's not actually its own unique sprite or anything. That would make too much sense. Anyways, we've got our next town there. Now it's pretty good luck with no encounters. Again, we need to head to the Order, report what happened at the mountain, and get our next mission. And of course, Bruno is a stickler for the rules. This game is not RPG Maker. You know, it very much looks like it. Anyways, they tell us about this laboratory where apparently the doctor is found, and now Albert wants to go there because he needs his revenge. So, once I'm out of scenes here, you get ready for a shop. And once they're done talking, head to the weapon shop. So I want to go ahead and sell these 2 vitality rings and this heal gem. I want to buy the sword, the chakram, and 3 leather collars. So thankfully, they have a quick equipment button. It just equips your best gear on each character. Almost always good. There's about 1 or 2 situations where not the best that I want to use, but for the most part it is. So anyways, Meanwhile, back in the laboratory, you see him doing more experiments. Oh, ugh. I can never hit that right on. If I can hit that right on, I can just go straight down, but I always go one tile too far right. So again, we're camping, and we get to see the amazing laying down sprite. Because... amazing. Alright, so my next stop is the lab. And once you're done talking, Albert, of course, talking to himself more. So apparently now they're doing experiments on little girls, because why not? While we're in here, I want to head over to the right real quick, even though it is a bit out of the way. There are two pretty important chests over here. I also want to get to level 6 here. I don't really fight anything on the world map simply because they're almost never worth it for the experience, for the time it takes. Hopefully that poison wears off. It should. But yeah, there are two pretty important chests here. An encounter ring, which, when equipped, makes you get an encounter every single step. Pretty important to the run, actually. And a Berserk Gem. Another extremely important item to the run, even more so than the encounter ring. Yeah, watch my hit X because it kills my auto battle. Alright, that's level 5. One more level. The area is pretty big, so I'm not that concerned about hitting experience. Or getting enough, rather. Once I get 6, one more battle, and I'm just gonna start running from encounters again. I could probably just start running now and get it on to the next force battle, but I'd rather be safe for that fight. So he's giving this mysterious girl this amulet that'll let her kill the revenants that make people think she's actually about hurting, even though she's not. And I head over to the left first because, of course, they make me go out of my way. Also to introduce push blocks, or push tiles, because everyone loves those. Oh my gosh, I got one of the worst encounters here. I'd like to know that even though Bruno looks like he has a book as a weapon, he actually uses daggers. Because why not? The reason I had to come over here is because there is a key I need. Why not make me go out of my way for it? Also, I got a preemptive strike there. I actually really don't want preemptive battles for the most part, just because I can't skip that camera pan animation right away, and I'd rather skip that. Well, here's that lovely door I needed that key for. And you will find... Oh look, it's that little girl. So I just like to note this little girl isn't very important. We're just gonna end up dragging her along for the fun of it. Because why not? We need a fourth party member anyway. So I try to make sure she stays back. I was like, yeah, I can fight, it's fine. So again, I want to go Flame Shot. And she has learned a new move called Lightning, which actually does some damage. And Heavy Swing. And finally, our new party member will be using Block Slice. I did not mean to auto battle there. It worked, but I didn't mean to. So I actually do want these bulk heroes just as a safety for the last dungeon. Anyways, that's that fight. But of course, after the fight, her weapon's gonna break. At least they give a reason for why she doesn't have a weapon after the battle when she joins the party. Thankfully, they're nice enough to put a weapon in the very next room. Which we have to go to anyway, since there's a key in there, again. So, we're getting her to help us, because then, why not just bring a little girl along with us? We need a fourth party member. So there's a weapon there for her, and a lab key. I'm actually going to go ahead and hit the healing spot this time. Just because I did take some damage in that battle. Before I go through that door, I want to make sure I equip and give Julia, our new party member, that Berserk gem I picked up. So they're nice enough to warn you when you're about to walk into a boss fight. I guess just make sure you're prepared. So now that she has the Berserk gem, she is just gonna go crazy. So he wants to go Flame Shot, basically the same thing as we did in the last battle. However, I have to really watch it on his fight, because if he uses a move called Blast Fang, it can get pretty bad. Since that sends me back on the action bar. Basically, lets him get 3 moves on me. Should hopefully go down this round. Yep, there he goes. Pretty smooth fight, actually. So he ends up killing himself instead of telling us, you know, where the doctor is, and after rolling around because, you know, he stabbed himself. So after destroying this already destroyed area, we decide to head on, see what's beyond. I do want to make sure I take off the Berserk gem there, just so that when I'm trying to run from battles between dungeons, she's not trying to attack. So at this point, Albert almost gives away the fact that he's a Revenant. Basically says, it's your fault, I almost became a Revenant. They don't clue in on that at all, they just kind of ignore it. Doesn't bother them one bit. However, they do clue in on the fact that the doctor was talking to Julia, but then they kind of just drop it for the most part. Like, yeah, leave her alone, little girl. Before I escape Feather out of here, I want to go ahead and grab that chest, and now let's go. So I want those copper crystals for later. Meanwhile, though, they're already doing experiments in another place. So I guess when they were making this, they really wanted to make sure that you had a camping scene in this mountain path. Ugh. But Bruno is still trying to, you know, get the truth out of Julia. But of course she doesn't actually say much. Really aren't gonna get much out of her. Anyways, back to the last town. And there's an NPC with a side quest. I'm not gonna be doing any of those. There's some okay rewards in there, but not really worth the time. But I guess this has all been too much for Julia, so we need to take her to the inn. It turns out this innkeeper won't take us if she has the plague. Of course she doesn't have the plague, so it's fine. But Albert doesn't like that because of everything that happened to him in the past regarding the plague. Like, you know, if someone came here with a plague, that'd be really bad for business. Alright, and now they're talking about the fact, you know, we should report to the Order what happened in the laboratory. And Esther tries to make up the sob story so that Bruno won't report about Julia. Or say anything bad about her anyway. But, you know, she's completely making it up. Julia's just wondering, you know, how can these guys be so gullible like this? They're falling for everything she's doing. And it's like, yeah, we shouldn't leave Julia. Oh, it'll just be a minute, it'll be fine. You won't even notice we're gone, so let's go follow Bruno. We get a new mission that we need to head to the next town. Since they've been having monsters attacking them, and now someone needs to investigate it. Let's go back to Julia. But of course, he's woken up and is wondering where we went. And she really does not trust Bruno, probably because she's worried about him seeing through her plan. Then she realizes he's pretty gullible too. So now that's all done, there's another side quest that's appeared, but again, just not doing them. But meanwhile, in the sanctum, after getting a report, or more specifically getting our report about what's going on, and also Bruno's letter about Julia. So her plan is basically, she was told, you know, spy on us or whatever. Then she is related to the Doctor, but again, I keep missing that. She's starting to feel bad about deceiving them like this. Now we get not just one, 3 people laying on there, laying over. It turns out Bruno is sneaking off in the night. It's fine though, I'm sure. So we made it to this town that's been getting attacked by monsters, and of course once we show up, the monsters attack. We don't actually have to fight them though, because I guess they just didn't feel like programming fights with each individual character for here. I don't know. Of course, Albert has this dialogue with Magnus, the voice in his head, or, you know, the part of him that's Revenant, about eating this monster to grow stronger, but he doesn't want to do it. He's been fighting this urge for 2 years. It's also apparently almost never slept. I guess if he sleeps, Revenant and him takes over. The first order of business is heading to the Order. We need our next mission. Which is to find the source of these monsters that are attacking this village. Now that I have that, I want to make a quick stop at the weapon store. I need to buy some upgrades. I want to first sell both wholesome rings and this intelligence ring. I need to make sure I don't sell the important items. Let me buy the sword and 2 aprons. I don't want that bronze apron on Albert, I actually want it on Bruno. Since it lowers my speed, and I really don't want that on him. Again, you know, they're fighting, and Professor's trying to get them to be all like, yay, go team! So Julia plays along. Because we need all this extra dialogue for some reason. And we also need more camping sites. Oh man, now we get everyone on their side. Apparently Bruno wants to eat dirt. I don't know what's going on there. It seems if Bruno sneaks out, Albert's Revenant voice can smell blood. Not suspicious at all. Now we're starting to run into enemies from the last dungeon. Another reason I don't want to fight them. It's just not worth the experience. However, in the next dungeon, I am going to want to get to level 12. Also introducing crates. They're just an annoyance, really. But thankfully, you don't actually have to kill them. They're just there as a bonus in the fight. so now I'm here. Let's go ahead and put that Berserk gem back on Julia. Also, just in case my power goes out or something, I'm also gonna toss a save. Don't usually need to save just because the game has an automatic battle retry. Or not really automatic, but it has the option to retry battles. Not the best encounter I could have hit here. There is one oh my gosh, what was that? One encounter in particular here I'm really looking for. And that's one with 2 scorpions in it. There's one. Scorpions give 33 experience each. That's pretty nice. Also, Julia is having some good luck on sleeping enemies right now. Actually, why I like the scythe for now. It is gonna eventually get replaced, but useful for now. And what's with these encounters? So, Bruno just learned the skill Attack and Int Up. This is actually one of the most vital skills in the run. Since it is a pretty big boost to attack and intelligence. And it's basically his role from now on. So with Auto Battle and the Berserk Gem, I have a very small window of time to try and get Auto Battle off before the Berserk Gem actually takes in effect on Julia. And I really want to try and hit it just to help speed up those animations. Alright. I'm kind of bad luck on these encounters right now. Need a double scorpion. Not this one. Alright. 2 more levels to go. And mainly I just want the levels on Esther and Bruno. So there's also different sized enemies in here. I never want to fight a large enemy. They have way too much HP and they hit way too hard. So it's just simply not worth it. Ah, here we go. I've actually been looking for. Just get that a couple more times. Or get this one. So if enemies back attack me, I actually lose my turn if they haven't hit that character yet. Because they have to apparently spend a turn to turn around. Now this does work on the opposite. If I don't attack an enemy and they get their turn, they lose their turn to turn around. Was useful there? Not so useful for me. Again, I really don't want preemptive strikes. Mainly to do the camera thing. Alright. Should hit level 12 in time. If not, then I have the encounter ring. If I keep getting that encounter, then this will be even harder. Alright, here we go. Come on, just one more battle. Oh my gosh, that was a long time with that one. There's also small enemies. The main thing about them is they're faster. Better than large enemies. Come on. Okay. Getting a little worried there. And that immediately heal Julia, though it doesn't actually matter that much if Julia gets healed. So before we fight this boss, they of course have to go through this whole thing of the boss deciding which person he wants to eat, and he just decides, alright, I'm just gonna fight you. I've had enough of this. So ideally here, this guy either gets paralyzed or put to sleep before his second turn. Anyways, Albert has also learned a new skill, that being X-Buster. But right now, I don't want to hit him with a physical attack, so Albert just needs to defend. It also means Julia just dies, because she is Berserk. But yeah, this fight is mainly Esther and Bruno, so I'm not that worried about Julia. Anyways, let's go ahead and swap the Flame Shot, because I've used attack and int up twice on Esther. I'm gonna just guard one more time to be safe. And now his counter is down, so I can start using X-Buster again. It should go down right there. Alright. So it turns out this guy who stabbed himself is back, and he's now eating Valkyries to gain more power. So next time he faces us, he can be even stronger. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and actually hit the healing spot. Hopefully I wasn't gonna get an encounter there. I also want to take the Berserk gem off again, and then escape other route. Oop, wrong way. One of the only times I actually have to walk right instead of down to leave an area. Now it's just gonna be running back to town, tell him I finished my mission, and then continuing on. Turns out we're gonna get some new orders. Don't involve just a monster hunt. So I guess when they were, you know, placing your models for when you enter an area, they couldn't actually line it up for where they wanted the cutscene. So I'm frequently trying to get myself into the right place, but I often just don't manage to do it right. So we find out that the Sanctum is like, oh yeah, it's cool if Julia comes with us, no worries. Also that they've accepted Albert and Esther as Valkyries, so now they're completely cool with us, what we're doing. Yep, they tell us to head up to the next town so we can get a boat, so we can investigate the next area. So... Meanwhile, back at the Sanctum, I don't even remember what happened to the scene. Something about us. And the fact they now recognize us. Anyways, once I get past this bridge up here, I want to go ahead and put on the encounter ring. I actually need to get an item. Not from this battle, though. Or this battle. Alright, game. Or... Oh my goodness. Wow, I have never seen this. Finally. Anyways, I need a heavy slash. These land beasts, of course, to steal their hide. Because apparently you can steal the hide right off their living body. Why not? Alright, I'm gonna probably have to... Oh, this is kind of working out. Need one more. I don't actually kill them because I could get the drop, but it's just faster to steal and run. Alright, so that's 3. After that horrible start. The game is very sensitive about input sometimes. So anyways, now that I'm here, before I go up to the order, I need to stop by the item shop, and I want to sell this HP ring that I picked up. But mainly I need to pick up 4 more escape feathers, and those will be all I need for the rest of the run. Anyways, I want to pick up the sword and the scythe, as well as 2 evening bandanas. So the encounter ring is pretty good for grinding. And that's one of the situations where I really want to make sure I get the encounter ring. Anyways, we need to get a boat. So we need to go talk to the captain, who is apparently drinking away his problems at the inn. Why wouldn't he? So we find out that apparently all of the ships have been destroyed. And it either take 9 days to repair them, or if we bring him 3 land beast hides, he can repair it with that. I guess land beast hides are great for repairing boats or something? I don't know. But of course, the game doesn't recognize that you have them in your inventory already, so I have to talk to him again. So now with those land beast hides in hand, you know, I could have just handed them to him already. He goes to repair his boat. Where was I even going right there? So they're also going to introduce monster training here, which is just a side thing that I never do. I mean, I think the thing was, like, there was holes in the ship or whatever, so... I don't know. Anyways, I need to watch for another tutorial. This is actually the last one I need to watch for, and it's as soon as he is like that. If I don't skip it, it's not that long, but usually if I don't skip it, I hit it multiple times in a row. Yes, I did get the escape feathers. I'm really bad at forgetting to get them. Anyways, a quick boat ride. Make it over here. Because we need another camping scene. But meanwhile, in the fortress that we're heading for, they're doing more experiments. And they find out that we are on the way with Julia, which pleases him very much. Because he wants Julia back. So the way this game handles areas appearing is you could walk to where an area should be and it won't be there unless you've gotten the story trigger for it. Which is annoying because there's another area on this island that I really want to go to. But unfortunately, I can't. But I make sure I equip there. If I don't, it can get pretty hairy, as I found out. So in this area, I want to get to level 16. Unfortunately, this area, when you're just trying to run right through it, is not long enough to get level 16. So it's gonna be another use of the encountering. So at this point, Julia is about the only character who can kill and try and kill enemy on her own. Just because she has that Berserk gem. And the scene where they introduce drop tiles like that, they make it seem like you could just stand on them for a little bit and drop, but you actually have to walk on them twice. And this is the only area that has this sort of mechanic, at least in the main game. But meanwhile, further on in the dungeon, they're talking about us. So they have spikes again. And I really don't want to walk on them. Partly because it does about 20% of my health if I do, but mainly because it puts a little stutter in my walking animation, so... if I can avoid them, it's better. Ugh, try this encounter. Alright. So even when you're trying to flip a switch, they have to confirm that you really want to hit that switch. I had to come down here to open up a door that was in our way. Yes. And it's very easy to accidentally examine it again. Anyways, I actually want to go a little bit out of my way, mainly because I do need so much experience here. Also because there's a weapon down here for Esther. I'm not going to equip it quite yet. I want to get a couple more things before I do. But since I need so much experience here, fine. I'm gonna walk on that one on purpose. So I really don't want to walk on the tiles that I can drop down on, just because it also does a little bit of a stutter, but it's not as bad as spikes. Now that I'm here, I want to customize Albert's weapon just to get him some more damage, and I want to put that new weapon on Esther. Also, I should have just done it up here. Swamp it on the encounter ring, because, like I said, I need level 16, and I'm not quite there yet. I can at least start making my way up as I try and get this experience. I mean, everyone has spikes just laying around their house, right? Makes it really hard to clean sometimes, but... not quite catch my experience at the end of that one. I watched Julia's health actually. Trying to run a little bit low. Alright, one more fight. Should be fine. Alright, let's level 16, so let's go ahead and take off the encounter ring. Also make sure I heal, just because this fight can be painful. We've got Ingvar again. They're gonna have the same gag about hitting him and trying to catch him off guard because gotta repeat it. Also, there's a running gag that they can't get his name right, and they finally do, and he doesn't catch it right away. So guys, this fight is all about Albert and Julia. So I need to watch health because this can get extremely painful if I don't. Since he is a lot faster than me. Thankfully, Julia is also pretty fast. I'm gonna kill Albert just to make sure he's healthy. There's Blast Fang. What I really don't like because now he got an extra turn on me when he shouldn't have. He's trying to charge up a move and ow, that hurts. That is why I want to make sure I stay healthy. For at this point, yeah, he's dead. Nice double crits. So Ingvar goes running for them, like, hey, yeah, they just beat me, watch out. Before I go ahead, I want to take off the Berserk Gem. I don't think you can get encounters in here, but just in case. Yeah, you can't get encounters in here. Alright, so that's why I want to take it off. I don't really want to fight anything in here anymore. Now the truth is finally going to come out. One, about the fact that Julia is this doctor's daughter. And also the fact that Albert is part Revenant. And in the trophies for this game, there's a trophy for this important story event where it's supposed to be like, yeah, the truth was revealed about the fact that Albert is a Revenant. Unfortunately, they put a typo in the trophy. And it actually says the truth was revealed. So, yeah, the truth is about to get revealed about Albert here. Why would he make sure to spell check that? So at this point, the doctor is gonna try and turn himself into a revenant just to try and get us. But we stop it, and oh look, he's dead. Well, that takes care of that. And now the truth has been revealed about the fact that Albert's a revenant. And it's kind of scaring Esther because, well, you know, he's all holy and whatnot. And she can't believe it's like, oh yeah, whatever, it's fine. I can deal with it. So now, this is why I really want to make sure I buy those escape feathers, because if I didn't, I'd have to walk all the way out of here, and it's about 2 minutes or something to get out of there. But because we need another camping scene, here we are. Now Julia's going off with Albert, and after they're done talking here, I think there's actually about 7 unique tracks in this game, maybe 8. Anyways, now that they're out here trying to find some food, Julia reveals the fact that, you know, she's also part Revenant. But we don't want to tell Esther that because Esther loves Julia, and I would just completely break her. I was like, yeah, you're serious? Alright, it's fine. Yeah. So, her father turned her into a revenant because he is completely mad. Now we need to head back to the town we were at before. Let him know, hey, we took care of the doctor. That is a really big slime. Because it was preemptive strike, too. Anyways, back to the order. Tell him, you know, like I said, we took care of the doctor, so now what? Revenant basically means you've been possessed by a demon. Or whatever. Well, kind of a fitting end to the Bible blog. Anyways, we need to go head to the inn and wait until they give us our next orders. I know where we're going next. And apparently, there we go. But now, the innkeeper makes a very grave mistake of offering us all we can eat. I really need to stop doing this. So this one ends up becoming a eating competition between Albert and Bruno. And of course, you know, they run them out of food. Again. Since both of them can really eat as much as they want. Anyways, now it's morning. I get tells it, yeah, your new mission's ready. Whenever you are, head on over to the order. And we'll let you know what to do next. So he went ahead and gave us a counter gem there. Actually a pretty useful gem. Since if that character gets hit by whatever character I have that equipped on, if they get hit by a physical attack, they will counter it with 4 times damage. So with the fact that Esther hits twice, yeah, pretty insane on her actually. Meanwhile, at the Sanctum, the premier, basically the head honcho, like, what happened to Dr. Moreau? How'd he die? Everything's as it should be. It's fine. So this time around, I want to head over this way. And this is the part where in normal runs, this area can either make or break a run, pretty much. Before I go ahead and do my equipping, I don't want to fight this quite yet. I want to head into this little secret path, pick up this chest with a cunning sickle in it, and give Esther the counter gem and berserk gem onto Albert and Julia. I did pick up another berserk gem from the last boss fight. So my basic goal here is I need to fight 3 different Valkyries to open up a door. Well, I need to get the keys from them. We're trying to find the Valkyries that are here anyway. Let me check to see if Esther has her status healing yet. Oh, actually no, at what level she learns it. So, for this fight, I want to take off that berserk gem. If not, that's gonna be annoying to deal with though. I'll take the berserk gem off of Albert again, because this fight can be a bit of a pain. It's gonna be more of a pain because Julia is poisoned. Just have to watch it a little bit more. So Albert wants to go ahead with X-Buster again. Esther. Oh, poison wore off. Sweet. Wants to go lightning, and we're gonna attack up Julia again. Operating for now, so I can just keep on attacking. And now I need to watch it. And there goes Albert. Alright, that is why this fight can go bad really fast. Fine though. Alright, there we go. It's fine. So we get one of our keys, and I'm gonna go ahead and put that berserk gem back on, and then heal up. So Esther just learned Shining. It's pretty much an upgrade of Lightning, except just way better. Again, no large enemies. Oh, and that's why. That hurt. They are simply just not worth fighting. way too much damage. So between each of these fights, I want to try and get at least one level, partly for the free heal. But also just to make sure I'm getting the extra damage I need. I've gotten that level now. Still gonna fight most things though. And we've got the second fight coming up here. Again, taking off that Berserk Gem from Albert, because this is probably the hardest fight out of these three. Like that. That was painful. And buffing up Julia, just because she is pretty good. Alright, heal up Julia. Really want to use Shining just because it is nice damage, but I'd rather stay alive. Was that Grand Break again? On the status elements. Mainly a ton of damage. Ooh, ow. He's still alive though, it's fine. He's still alive, it's fine. There we go. Albert's lived. They actually just released the somewhat sequel to this game on Xbox One in the past week. I think it's in the same universe and everything. And the protagonist of that one looks awfully like the protagonist of this one. So while I'm going through here, I'm actually trying to keep an eye on what items I get to drop off of the fights with the winged lancers, the enemies with the wings and the lances. Trying to keep an eye on it. Those are the main battles I'm actually looking for in here. Not get another one. For this next one, I'm gonna go ahead and just leave the Berserk Gem on Albert. This one's the easiest fight. Ideally, I'd do this one first, but because of where that safe is located for Julia, I want to go that way first. Going down pretty fast. About the most painful thing I can do right there is that Shadow Rain. Yeah, easiest fight by far. So that's our final key. And at this point, I'm gonna go ahead and take the Berserk Gem off for good on Albert. I'm also gonna use an escape feather to get back to the entrance. So now I'm really trying to look for a certain drop. Getting even more and more important that I get that drop. I'm mainly only going to be fighting battles with the Winged Lancers in it now. Because they're the most important thing I can do. So right there, it almost looks like that's a ledge you could jump down. It's not. They underuse that mechanic so much. I'm getting one in every fight. Not complaining, but also not getting the good ones. There we go, that's a little bit better. Not that the enemies actually want to cooperate, but when do they ever? As I said, this part pretty much makes or breaks a run. Oh, there we go. So I'm gonna check my drops. I did not unfortunately get a lucky stone. I don't think it actually works for does anything, but I pretend it does. I didn't even get one as a drop in the last area, so I'm not gonna worry about it too much. But at the end, I still really need to fight these Winged Lancers because they have an item I really need to get for the next while of the run. So I'm gonna try and spend a little bit of time farming it, but if it doesn't work out, I will just go on. I do have a backup plan if I don't get it. It's just not the ideal plan. So at this point, it's another place where that encounter ring really comes in handy. Yeah. I don't see this one as a big enemy very much. I'm gonna double check to make sure that Julia has the right weapon on. She does. Alright, come on, game. Agatha? Oh. Yeah, so right now I am trying to get an item to drop. Sometimes it cooperates, sometimes it goes like my last practice run where I spend 24 minutes trying to farm it. I'm not gonna let this get to 24 minutes of farming though. I will eventually cut it off and just go on. At that point I also end up high enough level that I don't need it as badly. It was not the great side. I wish it was the great side, because then I could go. It is not the great side. Yeah, we're looking for the Megaton side here. And it only drops off for the Wing Lancers. In here, anyway. End up with lots of stuff for the other party members, though. Also gonna get lots of medium ethers. Unfortunately, these enemies drop 3 items that all start with ME, so it's not quite what I can look for in the drop list. I haven't had quite enough time or will to dig into exact drop rates in this game, so I don't know what the exact drop rate on this weapon is. I know it can really, really troll you. Medium Maelstrom? That was not a Mega Tensei. I do occasionally check just to make sure I didn't accidentally miss it. I'm usually pretty good about watching that drop list. Pretty sure it was a Medium Maelstrom. Yeah, it was. Oh wow, I don't think I've ever seen 4 of these in one encounter. Really wish I had a Lucky Stone right now. That was a lot of medium ethers out of all that, though. I could technically try and steal from the Wing Lancers as well to get this, but it really slows down the fights. It's also just as rare of a steal, so... Yeah, so thankfully, I didn't mean to actually fight that. Thankfully, I do need money later on, but I've also completely routed this out where I don't need all this extra money out of this farm. Just because it is possible to get the drop on your way down here and not have to actually farm it. I think they might have patched it out because I haven't seen it in a while. No. Of course. I'll go I should have healed there. Be fine. Famous last words, we'll be fine. Still not fighting a large enemy, even though it's the enemy I want. I think it was an iron chakram. This is pretty much why this area makes or breaks a run. Stuff will be mentioned. I don't exactly have the best luck when it comes to video games. Well, this is usually about par for the course for me. Yet I seem to like running games that are extremely heavy and RNG. I don't know why I do it to myself, but do. Every medium nostrum. I cry. I see the long name. Probably give this about 3 more minutes or so, and then just go on. I'm also getting to the point where I can just go into backup strat. For having never seen this encounter before, I'm getting it a lot. The game's just trolling me at this point. Yeah, so this is one reason why the encountering is pretty useful. The route would be very different if this ring did not exist. We did it! Alright guys, we are in go mode. Fingering and oh, nice, has paralyze on it too. So this is Lilith. The boss is about to feel the pain of that weapon we just spent all that time farming. Also the fact that I'm about 5 levels higher than I should be. Goodbye. So, yeah, the scythe is a little good. Oh, and by the way, it's now revealed that Bruno is also a Revenant. Esther is not a Revenant, actually. I did get the scythe. So, the deal with the scythe is, and why it's, well, so insanely good, is damage times 3. Yeah. Well, it's just always there. That's just a drop you can get there. So the backup plan there is if I don't get it, there is one just sitting in a chest 2 dungeons away. But ideally you get the drop there because, well, makes that next few fights pretty bonkers. Yeah, it's pretty much the best weapon you can get in the main storyline. There might be better ones later. They're just a stupid farm to get them. Like, basically imagine that for 4 different weapons. So, yeah. Yep, where am I going? Mind is thinking of different towns. So now we've finished our mission to, you know, kill those, find those Valkyries and all that. That was the real reason we were there. We have to go back and report. And let them know what we found. And now, back to the inn. Of course, the innkeeper is still gonna be pretty wary of us because we kind of ate all his food before. He's like, okay, yeah, sure, fine, you can stay here. Alright. So now Esther kind of slips that she's not exactly comfortable about the fact that everyone else is a Revenant. Oh wait, sorry. She doesn't know that Julia's not a Revenant. Or a Revenant. Now she knows, and it just... she can't deal with it anymore, and she's gonna leave us. Which means I'll be out of the healer for a little while. It's fine though. We've got that scythe. That's all you need. Now they just basically make a promise, yeah, if you lose control of the Revenant inside of you, I'll kill you. Yeah, exactly. Who needs healing when you kill bosses in 2 turns? I need to go talk to Bruno. Not leave. Talk to Bruno. Now we go over the fact that we should actually get stronger. We should increase the demon power within us, and in order to do that, we need to eat other demons. So that means we need to find a place where we can summon demons and, well, eat them. Tasty, tasty demons. Turns out we know just the place. Which is back by Albert's hometown. Now Esther's going over the fact, though, yeah, I'm alone, but I want to become stronger. And hey, look! It's a guy who's supposed to be dead. And he tells her, yeah, I could train you, I could help you get stronger. Alright, so... thankfully, Albert's hometown is not that far away. In fact, it's right here. So, because during that last fight, I managed to swing for 10k, I can talk to this lady right here, and she will give me another counter gem. So you remember how they told us about the layout of this place, and oh yeah, this is Albert's house. Yeah, we actually come back here. And Julia wants to go see Albert's parents' graves? Well, Bruno makes dinner. Makes sense, right? Like, first time home in a while. Like, yeah, it's fine. The doctor's no longer alive. Anyway, let's head back to Bruno. Probably done with the food right by now, right? Turns out he is, and somehow, even though nothing has changed there, he's cooked a lot of food. So of course, he put sleeping drugs in there. Because he needed to talk with Albert's demon. Specifically, Bruno's demon needed to talk with Albert's demon. Favorite TV dinners. Yeah, maybe. I don't see a microwave though. How is there still all this stuff sitting around if Albert hasn't been home in years? Who knows? Now we're awake. I went way too far down. Hey, it's fine. I must have dozed off. Anyways, now we need to head up to the nearby lab. Of course, probably remember this place. This is where we were at the start of the game. This is where everything happened to Albert and Bruno. Yeah, it turns out, shocking, he was a person next to Albert. Yeah, this is just gonna be a run-on-through area. Since, well, I've got a pretty strong weapon. Now, if I had actually gotten the weapon right away, I would have to fight a little bit here, just to kind of up my level a bit, but because I am so high level, I don't need to. Just in case you don't have a weapon, there's one right there for Julia. I think is that one? Might be there's one in this area for her. Apparently Esther's training involves jumping a lot. Who knew? So because we really miss push tiles, they're back. Wanna pick up that chest? Yes. But before I go into the next fight, I need to make sure I equip Julia with her Berserk Gem. Also, since I didn't get this as a drop, I want to pick up that chest. It has a bloody knife in it. The bloody knife, when Bruno hits, he will heal my party for a little bit. Like, a percentage of the attack, I think it is. Anyway. This is where we can summon some demons so we can eat their souls. Tasty demon. Before I do that, like I said, I want to go ahead and equip a Berserk Gem. And I also picked up a high speed ring off of the last fight, and I want to give Albert that counter gem. I'm actually just gonna go ahead and auto battle this fight, because Julia's a little OP right now. Except she's asleep. This could be interesting. Okay, she's awake again. It's fine. Tasty demon. So because of that, they all learn a new skill for their transformation, which I haven't really gone over because it's practically useless. It's supposed to give you this damage boost, but it's pretty much just a waste of time. Anyway, let's go ahead and escape feather out of here. I also want to make sure I take that Berserk Gem back off. I think Esther's done with her training now, and she's trying to help this girl who's had a vision to become a Valkyrie. So now he came to tell us about Esther and the fact that she is gonna need help. Oh yeah, there's Esther. There we go. And she's missing us. That, you know, she's not actually that good as an attacker. Outside of the counter gem. So this village has been destroyed and attacked by revenants. We need to find the survivors because, like I said, one of them is someone who had a vision to become a Valkyrie. If you try and go on, they mention, hey, I see someone in the inn, even though I don't know how you could actually see it, but turns out Esther's here. We get her back, finally. Of course, girl looks like just another generic NPC. Now, Esther's back in the party, but her weapon's been unequipped because apparently you put down your weapon when you leave the party? I don't know. So unfortunately, I would love to kind of sneak through the trees here, but there's no opening for me. Wish there was. Yeah, Esther's the only one who is not a Revenant. That's why she left, because she just couldn't deal with the fact that everyone else was a Revenant. She was barely okay when she just knew about Albert. Then she found out about everyone else. These fast enemies are really annoying me right now. Why do I have to be in every single battle? So if I hadn't gotten the drop, that chest that I just passed up there contains a Megaton side, which is pretty much my backup plan. I don't get one fast enough. Or it was my backup plan for the marathon anyway. Am I a Revenant? Who knows? Brilliant. Fine. Alright, so again, go ahead and put the Berserk Gem back on and then just charge on into this boss. Also, I forgot to equip Esther. It's fine. She doesn't need equipment. Gonna slow me down a little bit, but not that much, considering most of the damage is Julia. So I'm gonna go ahead and take off that Berserk Gem now. So I'll make sure Esther gets equipped while I'm there. Just in case I forget again. So if you notice while I was running up here, there's a little bit of a path that was blocked. It's unblocked now because, of course, they wouldn't want you sneaking through there. They want you to take the entire maze. Get around. So now we killed the leader. Everything's fine. Just walk on out of here. Now she's off for her training. Yeah, so Sophia is just gonna do just fine as a Valkyrie. I mean, she just looks like another generic NPC anyway, so. So at this point, we've been told that we've been invited to meet the king. The king wants to thank us for our service and all that, so we gotta head off to the royal city. But of course, to get there, we have to go through this pass. In order to go through this pass, we need to get a pass. So that's gonna be my first stop. And again, the premier's saying, oh yeah, this is all according to plan. Oh look, this young lady who is already changed into Valkyrie garb has seen a vision as a Valkyrie. Yeah, we need to get permission to go through the pass to actually get to the city. So after staying the night with the mayor, who is more than happy to welcome us, the mayor gives us the pass that we need to get on through. I mean, it's technically a permit, but pass sounds better. And that lady, I think, is placed there just to troll. So you can't just walk right out to the right. So luckily, camping scenes are done. There are no more in the game. There's of course still a lot of random talking. So this is, for the most part, an area I'm just gonna run through. There are, however, particular enemies I'm looking for here. And well, I kind of need experience for an upcoming boss. However, the particular enemy I'm looking for doesn't actually seem to start spawning until about the 3rd or 4th screen. At least I've never found it before then. Of course, it's not exactly a fully common enemy, but... if it comes down to it, I will end up having to put on the encounter ring again. But mainly, I'm trying to get to around level 32 at this point. 31, 32, somewhere around there. 30 might even work? I'm not sure. I only tested 31. Okay, so the enemy I'm looking for is metal slimes. Basically. I mean, that's not their exact name, but they're metal slimes. I mean, come on. We did have a quick look at the king there. Ugh, I mean, it's faster than me. Oh my gosh, stairs are difficult. So around this point, I don't think I've ever seen this as a smaller enemy. Wow. I've only ever seen this as a big enemy. Okay, I did not know that came as a small enemy. Alright, so now I really need to try and look out for the slimes. Because otherwise, this area is just a maze. There we... never mind. There was nothing to see there. I almost did it. I almost did it. I almost went the wrong way. As Nigel said, I might make the wrong turn and try to go towards a large nose from X chest. And I did it. So eventually, looks like I am gonna have to encounter ring this. Still have a little bit of time, but ugh. Yeah, it's not looking promising. Oh my goodness. Alright. We got a backpack, and I can just auto battle this one. Alright, we got one slime. Okay, ideally I get one more. Oh, ow, that hurt. Alright. Luckily he charged after, so I had a chance. Alright, so I actually don't like when they're in the back row like that, because Albert cannot hit them. I'm gonna have to have Julia use Grand Squeeze here to finish it off. Alright, we're good. Just gonna go ahead and try to put the Berserk Gem on. So Ingvar's back, but we're not actually gonna fight him. We're gonna fight this dragon he brought along. Let's get ready to start right there. Not sure what skill he was on. I'm gonna go ahead and actually heal Julia. And that's that boss fight. Alright, so again, Berserk Gem off. Toss a heal just in case random battles. I actually used to want to get 32 here, but 31's fine now. So just to make sure you know where the castle is, they show you. So I want to stop by the weapon shop. It's been a little while. So I want to sell these 2 jewels I was given, because that's pretty much their only use, along with the first ring, the anger ring, and this beast gem. And this booster gem, just to get them out of the inventory. And now I need to not be at the item shop. Went to the wrong one. Alright, ahem. Go to the weapon shop. I want to buy the sword, the chakram, and the dagger, along with 3 high-speed rings and 4 crown replicas. Normally I can only get 3. So now the high-speed ring, everyone gets one. And we're good. Now of course I haven't needed to level in a little while because of the site. There's a reason I suddenly needed to level again. Luckily it's right when I hit metal slimes. No, we still haven't made it to the Blink and You Miss It boss. Anyways, the reason I suddenly needed to level is because I'm losing Julia. needed one more thing in the menu, actually. Yeah, so I lose Julia. And it's the sudden need to upgrade. So, now that poison ore I've been picking up this whole time, I'm trying to finally use it. That's actually decent luck. So, the percentage that actually goes on the weapon when you use the ore is random. Of course, I don't know if it actually matters, because I haven't worked out the exact details on percentages, but that's the reason I needed all that poison. I picked up that poison ore much earlier in the run. Guys, it's time to go meet the king! Nothing could go wrong here. Like, yay, you've done well! Thank you for all your hard work! Maybe you could marry my daughter! You know... the usual meet the king thing. It turns out, the priest is actually a revenant. And ends up revealing that, you know, Albert and Bruno are a revenant to the king. And the revenant kills the king. Because apparently, if you stop moving, and the wind doesn't affect you and your legs aren't moving anymore, you're dead. And since, you know, the people who actually did it left, well, we get framed for it! And the princess saw everything. So instead of chasing us, they protect the princess. Thankfully. But of course there's random enemies while you try and escape out of here. But since I was able to get 31 before that last boss fight, I don't need to fight anything here. So once again, it's just run on through. So after this scene, I feel like whoever coded movement in this game has never walked upstairs before. Because if you just try and hold left on these particular stairs, or right also, depending on the staircase, you just walk right into the railing. You actually have to walk in a diagonal to get up the stairs properly. And even then, it's really, really awkward. So I'm gonna go a little bit out of the way here to pick up a chest. Chest is very important for a bit later on in the run. It's a TikTok hoop. This allows Esther, specifically, to be able to do regular damage to metallic enemies. So this is actually a recent change. In fact, I came about this change in my last practice run. And that's putting everyone in the back row before I could do this fight. Same notes there, it said, cannot reach because in rear guard. So I'm gonna try and land poison here. A little slow on the poison land. Ugh. Alright, we can deal with this though. So she wants to just go ahead and use Shining. Fortunately, Albert did die there. Fine, he ended up using Miracle Shield anyway. I want to attack up Esther. Yes, you are seeing 9,999 damage right now. Unfortunately, his poison has worn off, but it did what I needed it to do. Now he dies. So, before last Thursday, that fight was probably the worst fight in the run. And I was like, I wonder what happens if I put people in the back row. Turns out he can't hit you with 75% of his moves. So it made the fight a lot easier. So now we find out Julia's gone, and we think she's at the Sanctum, so we are gonna head for the Sanctum. And oh, lo and behold, meanwhile at the Sanctum, Julia's there. Before I go into this next fight, I want to make sure I get back out of the back row, because otherwise this fight will take a little bit longer. I'm gonna wait until I actually get there, just to make this a little bit easier. Just in case I get ambushed, for example. I get it. So, hello, Julia. So now he's trying to get Julia to attack us. And by the way, yes, he is back alive, as we found out in that little meanwhile. And it's like, yeah, we gotta kill Julia now. And she's even saying, yeah, kill me. Oh, we gotta end it. Do this. But thankfully, she doesn't have the Megaton Scythe equipped. But thankfully, since she is a Revenant, Shining does pretty decent damage to her. Picking on Albert today. Albert's dead again. Poor Albert. So instead of actually killing her, we just knock her out of this little trance that the doctor's gotten her into. I don't know why she was really taking on Albert there. Probably something weird in her AI. Now, the good old doctor is well and truly dead. And now Julia's back in our party! Hooray! We don't have to deal with nonsense again. Of course, she's weaponless right now. I guess she really didn't want to have that scythe on? I don't know. Probably heal Albert up. But I'm not actually gonna equip until I'm before the next boss. Just because that was Berserk Gem back on. Because we loved the stairs before, we got more stairs. Wow, that actually forced me on for that. What the heck? No, not the Dark Gem. Berserk Gem. Dear sweet Sophia. Well, here she is. And she's a Valkyrie, but it turns out she's become part Revenant. Oh no. Now we gotta kill her. Sorry, Sophia. So this is just the basic plan piece at this point, is just buff up Julia. Nice, I paralyzed her. Ooh, Julia's almost dead. It's fine, she'll die soon. Like so. Alright. Now she's gone. Rest in peace, Sophia. I'll take out the Berserk Gem again, because we aren't actually going to be fighting any fights for a while. Me running and plotting. Of course, because this game loves its mazes, we've got to deal with it. Okay, that actually hurt. Wow. Because this game loves mazes, we are in another maze. Thankfully, as long as you know to stay on the upper levels as much as you can, this maze isn't too bad. And convenient door. So now the princess is in charge, and she's like, I don't think those guys actually did it, mainly because I actually saw them. It wasn't them. Fun, we are, you know, got other things to do here. They act like there's a boss here, they even give you a warning. Hey, look, it's a premiere. There's not actually a boss here. It's just a lot of talking. But then the premiere attacks us. Ah. Plot twist! The premiere is Albert's childhood friend, Anna. Don't worry, the former premiere comes to save us, and then gets trapped there. But Anna was the reason Albert was out for revenge, because he thought she was dead, and the good old doctor killed her. But she's alive, and she's crazy now. So anyways, we are now in the former premier's hideout, where he's been hiding all this time. And he apparently likes to live in a maze. Not as bad as some of the mazes in this game. Still a maze, though. Yep. It was to hide the plot twist, that's why she lacked the portrait. So, in case you needed a weapon for Julia, that chest up there has a scythe. Not very good. Now we've got everyone back in our party, since we are all spread out, just kind of hanging out here. Now we gotta find our way out. There's something sparkling on that table. Let's investigate it, because that's what you do. But you know what we haven't had in a while? A good old auto-scroller. Or at least good old auto-scroll text, I should say. So now we need to go take this trial and prove ourselves. But of course, I have left a boat for you! Well, you can't continue without taking this trial. No. Good old water. Alright. So you know what we need more of? Mazes. In case I need to buy anything, there's shops here. I'm not gonna buy anything. I've got what I need. I'm actually gonna go ahead and equip the TikTok hoop now. Just in case I run into some metal slimes around here. But specifically, just in case I run into big metal slimes. Not just the small ones. Small ones are not worth it. Oh my gosh, the trees. Yeah, we're just trying to get out of this giant maze because this guy just loves living in a maze, I guess. If I could find just one spot in this that could sneak through the shortcut, oh, I would love it. Fortunately, there is not that one spot. Like I said, I'm only looking for a large metal slime. The only way I will kill a big enemy. Especially because I have the TikTok hoop. Not that large enemy though. Hey, the preemptives right now. Not looking like I'm gonna get a giant slime. There's still one more? Yeah. Oh look, there's a boat. Also, it turns out Bruno really doesn't like being on the sea. But we need more auto-scroll text first. Because it turns out the holy power of Restoria now is going to speak to us about this trial. Dang it. So Julia's like, oh, by the way, I saw this little village. I'm trying to heal game. Yeah, Julia says there's a little village. We aren't gonna go there. In fact, instead, you know what every good RPG needs? A spot where you can power level. Just what every good RPG is in need of. Thankfully, this game has exactly that. I just have to get there first. Now, unfortunately, they do expect you to be a little bit higher level before you start this grind. So I am gonna have to watch it a bit. In fact, I'm actually gonna save it before I start, just in case. Because this can happen. Well, hopefully they do not tackle Esther. Alright, we're good. They tackle Esther. Alright, well, I just needed to run away. It didn't run away. Ah. Oh my gosh. Anything but 3 crates. Oh goodness, this is bad. Alright, we got out of that one alive. Crates are just for money, so I really don't want to fight them. Okay, Golem run. Golem did not run. Things I wanted run instead. Oh goodness. I might have to just reload save. This is... Come on, don't run. You didn't run. Good. Alright, we're good. Finally got the fight down. Now that I've gotten one fight in, it's gonna be a lot easier. Mainly because Esther actually outspeeds these things now. And I don't die in one hit to Shadow Ball. Poor Albert. So my goal is around level 60 here. I think I might just run from this fight. 3 golems are not that great. Okay, here we go. This is much better. Yeah. Alright, one more fight to get Albert up to par, and then we are good. Try and do this. long as it doesn't kill Esther, we are good. Albert! Oh my gosh, Albert. Albert, oh, okay. Albert is trolling me right now. Trying to do a little bit. Okay. Albert's good. Finally. Alright. Now at this point, well, you'll see. There was a setting I set at the very start of the game that makes it so if I'm high enough level over encounters, well, I don't have to fight them. And at this point, I'm like high enough level to do this on even the final dungeon. So by the way, maze, because mazes. Not as bad, but still a maze. Oh. I always mess up that turn right there. Now I need to do the trials, which means everyone has to do a solo fight. So we have to fight Anna. I'm gonna go ahead and just double slash her. And there she goes. It turns out it was Magnus, the demon that's inside Albert, who was pretending to be Anna. Apparently it's only crazy Anna that gets a portrait, though. So everyone's gonna learn a unique skill that you can all use when transformed, and transforming still sucks. Albert's particular skill makes him berserk. I could just equip the berserk ring and get the exact same effect, actually. It'd be better than using that skill. Now, Esther actually does have to fight herself because, well, she's not a Revenant. We get a little flashback to her losing her parents, I guess? I don't know. This is just Restoria, the almighty being, testing them. So Esther is going to be using Shining. Because Shining's cool. Also, preferably, she gets attacked so I can just kill her outright. Now she gets a skill. I have no clue what her skill actually does. Transforming is just terrible. Alright. So, get ready for this next one. Because you are not going to want to blink for this next fight. Because guess whose it is? It's Julia's. At first she has to think about her past. What people might actually think about her. And you're a murderer! Well, I mean, she does have the best weapon in the game. Alright, don't blink. That was a boss. So now, for some reason, when they did Bruno's trial, they couldn't actually line him up with his entrance. So he just wants to walk into a wall. So anyways, Bruno's plan is going to be to use one of his new found skills from that big leveling session. So this is his sister, by the way. This was the reason he trusted the doctor in the first place. But now he actually has to fight the demon within him. So I want to use Knife Spread. By the way, I hope you didn't blink again. Yeah, that's his one of his best skills. But of course, he's still better off buffing Julia in most fights. So thanks to that leveling session, I actually picked up a new skill for Bruno, which is why I didn't need more escape feathers. He now knows escape, so I can just pass that and get out of dungeons. So now, after completing those trials, I need to head back to the Sanctum. I don't remember the reason why. I think it's because we're trying to find the premiere or whatever. Try and save the dude who saved us. Something like that. I've mostly tuned out the plot by this point. It turns out there's some people dead here. But we need to go to this fort. See if we can find the princess. We've got to protect her. Make sure she's safe. Can actually get on the ship. This is the fort. The outside looks exactly like every other lab or fortress. So this is just gonna be running around and for the first bit hitting switches, because of course there's switches that I have to make sure I don't say no to. They have 7, at least 7. That switch hit onto the next room and then off to the side again. Yeah, a whole 7. It only get first because day 1. I think that's probably true. Also get used to hearing the very start of all these songs, so that's all you're gonna hear. So they always restart after a battle, with how fast these battles are now. I almost wouldn't be surprised if it's music they use in some of their other games. I don't know, this is the only one of their games I've played so far. I do have a few others I can play. That's another one I almost always go down the wrong way at first. Not up, down. Welcome to spikes. Again, I don't want to walk on spikes. They cause a little stall in my movement. I don't really care about the fact they hurt me anymore. And spikes are just silly. So up here, they're gonna give us a healing point, and then they're gonna be like, hey, by the way, here's a warning to make sure you don't go on ahead. That the princess, we have to save her! Oh no, there's revenants here. Oh hey, it's the king. Oh wait, turns out he's actually a revenant now. So they act like this is gonna be a boss fight. They must have had to run out of budget at this point, because it's not a boss fight. You just cutscene kill him. You just couldn't think of another boss. Oh wait, we sense him. This big bad guy has now risen. The ultimate evil who's like taking over perdition or whatever, which is basically the underworld. Oh my god, I need skills. So keep an eye on my boat here. Those guys kind of ran into my boat. Which is partly why I parked there. Now I just need to run on over to the final dungeon. Get ready for probably one of my least favorite tracks in the game. Mainly because you only hear that starting bit for the most part. But hey, it's unique music. Not sure. Wait, I didn't auto-kill the battle! That's why I was thrown off there. I was like, why did I hear attacks? Man, it threw me off by not giving me an auto-kill. This is Valorant. He's been around basically this entire time, and now we get to finally kill him. So I'm going to be buffing up Julia. She's going to be using Speed Guard, lower his defense, and he is going to double slash. Didn't mean to Speed Guard again, but he's dead. That's fine. Don't have to do too much, it's mainly just making sure Julia gets buffed. So now he's dead. I think there's a scythe in that chest too, by the way. It's not good. Anyways. Who called for more mazes? Because, you know, they love their mazes here. And it only gets worse. That was actually a long time between battles. Wow, I got a weapon. This is the part where I actually tend to start getting lost. It all starts to look the same. I think. I'm going the wrong way. As I said, it all starts to look the same. Oh my gosh, come on. I don't know what it is with that particular encounter, making it so I can't run or auto-kill it. I blame Albert. He kept dying on me. I want to make sure I heal up here. This fight actually can control me. So hey, it's Anna. We actually get to kill her now. So the thing with Anna is she is gonna try and lower my stats. And I don't really want that. So Bruno is pretty much just on make sure Julia's stats aren't completely terrible duty right now. So she is going to use, what's her? Alright, she wants to use that move because it's actually really good right now. Depends on her HP, so that's why I have to pay attention to what her HP is. And that's Anna. Actually had to do some things during boss fights. It is refreshing, actually. So because I heard you guys like mazes, we've got another maze. I always do that on. Now we're in the depths with the same music. because I couldn't come up with new music for this area. They really want to make sure that this was the final dungeon. By the way, there's some decent equipment over there. You have to go through a fight to get to it. Not worth it. I've got Megaton side. Needs anything else. This is kind of a maze, but probably one of the steamer mazes. Okay, just go that way. Thinking a screen ahead. Thinking I could get through there. Alright. It's fine. Can I go ahead and grab this? I normally don't, but I'm going to this time. This is another kind of maze, but again, it's game compared to some of the others. Just knowing what staircases to go up. Just not that way. Here we go. This is you have to remember, even though I'm like not actually fighting, I am fighting the enemies. So I'm just instantly killing them because I'm so strong. The enemies are still being killed, it's just not by me. I could have picked up a weapon for Esther and Bruno there, but hit the healing point. We'll toss a save just to be on the safe side. Not because I'm worried about dying, but just in case power goes out. Also, I never actually used that stuff I picked up. Oh well. This is a final boss. Yes, he actually has unique music, believe it or not. I want to buff up Julia. As per usual, I want to make sure I speed guard the main body. So Julia's gonna be taking out that first hand, just because, well, she's a berserk still. And he wants to go ahead and double slash that one arm. Wow, I think I just poisoned it. Oh my gosh, I poisoned it. Wow. Zero. Oh, this is not the best HP for her. I'm only gonna buff up Albert with one. What's her HP sitting at? 2, so she's perfect. Something like that, 3 hits. So he's gonna try and revive that arm I killed. However, he's gonna die before that actually happened. I am out of SP. Alright, we'll attack. Do that. And that's the game. So, pretty much now in the ending, Esther's gonna sacrifice herself so that the Demon King, who has taken over the former premier, doesn't kill us or whatever. At which point, After the credits, she ends up getting turned into a revenant to save her life because, well, she gets killed here. Yeah, that's Revenant Saga. And you have sub 3. I was actually surprised I got that close to my PB, considering the site. Yeah, now she's dead, and yeah. So thank you for having me, guys. Just trying to get to the credits here. Yep. I'm like, yeah, if Esther loses control, we'll kill her. Because why not? So yeah, that's Revenant Saga. One last sideways sprite. Now to explain the plot. They were never seen or heard from again, mainly because they had to revive Esther because, you know, she died. I could speed this up, but the post-credit scene is literally just reviving Esther. And her trying to fake out that she's losing control. Probably designing the logo, maybe? I don't know. Yeah. Special thanks, director, production, copyright. Alright, so yeah, this is reviving Esther. She's fine.